Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the NLG Podcast. Let's give a round of applause to the NLG Podcast. There we go. Crank me up. Hey, man, it's your boy, Coach B. Bather here, the defensive guru, the defensive specialist of NLG. That's my thing. I do defense, man. So for those of y'all that don't know me, man, my name is Brandon Bather. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I moved to New Jersey about 7 years ago, and I started coaching football up here. And I played my college football at Tennessee State, down back in Nashville. I played safety, played for 5 years, had a decent career. Somebody's phone ring, you hear that? Dang, that was your phone? Oh, the TV? I looked at my phone like that. But yeah, so I played my football at Tennessee State, man. Tennessee State is a historically black college, man. I'm very proud of, man. I played with some great guys, man. Shout out to TSU, where the real players play, man. You got to come down there and check us out, man. We had a down year last year, but, you know, hopefully we get things on track. My brother just started coaching there. He's the wide receivers coach for the Tennessee State. So if you're trying to go to HBCU, man, y'all need to let me know. Let me know if you're trying to go HBCU. All right. Some great football played at that level, man. I know a lot of people saw Dion just got the head coaching job at Jackson State, man. That's a big congrats to him. It's just cool, man. You know, I'm glad that Dion got that opportunity, and I hope, like, you know, he makes it. I hope he brings the juice back, man. And I don't think the juice has never left. Black college football is different, man, but it's definitely entertaining. It's definitely high flying. It's definitely action packed. You know what I'm saying? Some great athletes at the HBCU level, man. All my guys, my best friend, man, he plays for the Ravens. He Anthony Levine, black college, been in the league 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's having a great time. My other partner, DRC, Dominique Rogers-Cromartie, big time corner, man. Went first overall from HBCU, first round overall. You know, he didn't go first overall, but he went in the first round. That's what I meant to say. 16th overall. I think that's what he went, 16th. Anyway, but yeah, man. So today we got some things we want to talk about, man. I just want to run through the list. You know what? Y'all just gotta stay and listen. Cause if I tell you what we talking about and you don't like it, you gonna get up and leave. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we talking about today. First things first, NLG tryout. The NLG tryout is here, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get back and get ready to play 7-on-7 football, man. We the reigning champions, the national champions. 2019, you know, they ain't have a national championship this year, so by default, we still got the title. And just want y'all to know, if we would have played this year, we probably would have. It would have been nice and ugly because we had everybody coming back. But, you know, you can't talk about it. You got to be about it, man. Shout out to all the 7-on-7 teams out there, all the big dogs, man, the Elite Threes in Nashville, the Cam Newton team down in Atlanta, Florida Fire, South Florida Express. You know what I'm saying? My guys in VA, my guys in Jersey. Big shout out to all the Jersey 7-on-7 programs, man. It's great to see everybody finally getting in on the boat, man. I just wish y'all would have came and tried to work with us, man. But, you know, the more we work together, the more we could do, man. You know, I ain't trying to say, man, we could all work together, man. Get all the top 7-on-7 players in the whole state. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just big shout out to everybody doing the 7-on-7 because, you know, it's big, man. 7-on-7 has changed the game of football in South Jersey. You can't deny it. You can't run from it, man. 7-on-7 football is the new spring sport, and no distance from track, nothing from basketball, baseball. Those are real good sports, but right now 7-on-7 is taking a new wave and is getting very popular. And I'm just glad that our program is able to lead the way by, you know, winning the national championship last year. We learned a lot, man. We got to see some great players play, and we got to compete with the best of the best. And this program, like we stated in the last podcast, we came from nothing to work all the way up to the top to beat the Florida Fires, to beat the South Florida Express, to beat the Tampa. What's the team in Tampa called? Oh man, I'm tripping. What's Tampa? Oh man, what's Tampa? What's the Tampa team called? Man, y'all know what I'm talking about in Tampa, man. The blue and white team. What's the team called? Team Tampa, yeah. Hey, them boys is nice too. Now look. They took us to the woodshed a few times, but last year they ain't want to see us. You know what I'm saying? Who else we beat? Hey, Boom. Shout out to Boom. Boom. Hey, they go hard. But we finally got them. Finally got to drop the boom on the boom. You feel me? Hey, that was, y'all what? The team out of Cali we had to beat for the chip, they was pretty good too. Shout out to the boy with the, I think he had blonde hair. He was out there killing us. Killing. But yeah, man, so the tryout, let's talk about the tryout, man. It's coming up. Make sure you go to the NLG page and you click the link. And the link in the bio, click the tryout. It's real easy, man. All you do is go to the link. Let's go to it right now. NLG. Go to your link. Boom. Click that. Go to the bio. Scroll up. Check out the content a few times. Check us out, man. We got some good stuff posted on there. Our media team works real hard to drop this content for you guys, man. Check it out, man. Retweet it. Share it. Show your friends. Listen to it. Learn from it, man. We talking about some good stuff, man. And we just always want to be able to reach you guys from any point. We always want to be able to get with you. We always want to be able to, be there for you if you need advice, if you need, if you got some questions on anything, man, you can always reach out to your coaches, man. We got a lot of knowledge between the three of us, and we just want to make sure y'all get it, because the stuff that we learn now and that we know, you guys can learn earlier and apply it to the way you're living. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just, worried about being big man on campus or, getting all the girls, like, you could really start thinking about, how to make money, how to invest your money, how to, get in real estate, how to, start a business. Like, you can reach out to us about those things, because we're all trying to make it, man. We all one NLG family. Like, from it, once you in, you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Well, all my kids, man, I miss all y'all, man. If you ever need anything, you can always come holler at me. You come get with me whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? My door is open to all my NLG family needs some advice, some. I'm willing to work with whoever. Like, this program can't run by itself. I can't run this forever. Y'all got to come back and run it. Y'all got to come back and learn the game and apply it and reach back and give back just like we are. So when y'all time up, when y'all done playing, man, make sure y'all come back and get with us. All right, make sure you get with us. All my, my big time guys in college, man. Brad, my Big C's just got to the league last year, man. Shout out to Big C's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? My dad, Big Kurt. You know what I'm saying? Fidel, Stanley, Moheen, all the new kids like Naeem, man. All you guys that's been playing, man. Naeem, Malik, Chris Long. All y'all guys in college, man, make sure y'all get it in. If you got any questions, you can always reach out. All right, look, back to the app. Click the link. Boom. Page comes up. NLG 2021 trial registration. When is it? Sunday, November 29th. At location, here goes the location. I'm tripping. I thought there it is. Donio Park, 675 Choose Landing Road, Sicklerville, New Jersey, 08081. The trial is outdoors. Please dress for the weather. So y'all know how it be in the wintertime. We don't play. You know what I'm saying? We still get it in. Rain, sleet, or snow. NLG, we be out there. Shout out to everybody on the staff, man. Zuback. Oh, my God, Keith, Chop. You know what I'm saying? Brian, you know what I'm saying? Measy. Shout out to everybody on the staff, man. We hold it down. We go hard, man. We drop a good product. Man, we got a lot of kids in college, a lot of kids getting recruited. And, a lot of that starts with us and with Coach Marcus and Coach Preston and these guys and everybody knowing the connections. And those guys putting in the work. When you come to NLG, you work now, and nothing's earned, nothing's given to you. You got to earn it. You got to grind it out. The training sessions, the bus rides, the trips, the games, the getting beat. You're not always going to be good now. You come in 8th grade, 9th grade, you're going to take your L's. You're going to get hit across some 40-point games, some big losses, some tournaments you don't even win a game. But if you stick with it, you stick around, man, you ask that national championship team, man. Ask them. I remember they played Future Stars. All the boys, Iverson, Moheen, they second in the nation, Future Stars. After that, they couldn't win a tournament, boy. They went to about a year and a half. That next year, we was getting beat. But then that next year, we started to crank it up. And then last year, they was able to put it together, man. It was great, man. All those guys leading the way, man. The Trayvon Kings, the Hyro Raymond's, the Nick Carvins. All those guys, man, putting in that work. Man, shout out to them guys, man. Jamal Parker. Man, my guy Premier. My guy Shamor. Y'all boys is getting in, man. Y'all earned it, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. Keep grinding. Keep doing what you're doing. Tyreek, Jada. Everybody, man, you know, man, look, I ain't even going, man, there's so many of y'all, man. I'm just glad that y'all boys is really getting it in. All right, keep getting it in, man. Hey, send me some tape. But yeah, that's the tryout, man. Make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all come. Make sure if you're trying to get it in, come with your A game. Come with your A game, man. Everybody got to try out. That's how it is. We need to see what you're going to do. We're going to be doing one-on-ones. We're going to be doing 7-on-7. We're going to be doing drills and skills. We're going to work your hands. We're going to work your feet. We're going to see what you got, man. Come get it in. Come get the tryout in so you can be on the team and you can start your NLG journey. Hey, yeah, we're back. We're back. Here we go. Topic number 2, man. Listen, man. There's some things that I want to share with you guys that I feel like all football players should know and should really want to pay attention to. All right? The first thing is preparation, man. The older you get, the more you start to appreciate being prepared. And at an early level, if you can develop that skill, you can go a long way. When I'm talking prepared, I'm talking to my high school guys and my college guys, you know, and also my coaches, my young coaches, man. Me being a young coach, and the lessons I learned, you know, coaching at the college level, and then moving down and sticking around the high school level, is that being prepared prior. Like in the week, in that preparation, a week, 2 weeks in advance, goes a long way. All right, from the practice schedule to knowing how you're gonna operate each day to the T. Like, you know that Tuesdays you do this, and you stretch, and then after the stretch you go straight to Indy, and then after Indy you go straight to special teams. Then you come back with a change of pace, third down. Like, you know those type of things early in the week. And you kind of build a schedule and build a routine. A lot of people, you know, at the college level say, yeah, that's kind of expected and that's kind of known. But at the high school, to the pee-wee level, to the middle school coaches, being able to just go out and practice without a schedule, something written down, is very unorganized, and it's very. You gotta have real control over your team to be able to do that, and your guys kind of have to be season. Once you get in your schedule and the guys kind of buy in, they'll start showing up to practice and performing the plan, performing the plan of the day before you even get there. And as a player, you got to apply that to your everyday life. If you see your coaches are prepared, then you should be prepared. You shouldn't be coming late to meetings. You shouldn't be missing Zoom meetings, or you shouldn't be, you know, late to practice or late on the field, late off the ball. Like, all that stuff adds up. If you can't make it to class, well, how you go? If you can't make it to class, how you gonna catch the ball third down and 7? The guy jammed you up at the line of scrimmage, and the quarterback's getting. Like, how you gonna do that if you can't even get to class on time? Because that's a lot harder. And so if you can't do it off the field, you know what the coaches say, you can't do it on the field. And some guys get by off athletic ability. And you know, some guys get away with a little more stuff because they got some special talents. But just think of how special you could be if you were prepared. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be, what they say, the 6 P's. Anybody know the 6 P's? Anybody know the 6 P's? 6 P's. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. All right, you gotta be properly prepared. If you've never heard that before, I'm gonna say it again. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. All right, you don't want to go out unprepared and then wonder why, hey, we just got blowed out. I've been that coach. I was that coach this past weekend. I thought we were prepared, but then I thought about it. I said, man, we didn't really put in the right time that we should be putting in. So you can't expect the what's up, hey, turn me up. You know, the coaches, we got to take the blame for that. You can't blame the kids for no type of loss like that. Yeah, they might have did something that you didn't like, but ultimately they say you're doing two things. You either coaching it or you letting it happen. So, you know, that's why I kind of wanted to reiterate that to you guys, because like I said, I just went through it. We just got blowed out last week. The high school team I coach. You know what I'm saying? It happens. This is the first time I got shut out in 7 years. You know what I'm saying? You can't always be on top, man. You got to take it good with your bads. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to ride the lows. You feel me? Then that, you know, sometimes you need to get smacked around. Sometimes you got to figure out if, you know, where your dog's at. If they going to push back. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be properly prepared, man, because if you're not, you get caught slipping, bro. Straight up. Straight up. And part of being prepared is developing some sort of organizational skills. You feel me? Like I'm not really good being organized, but I do try to organize things. You see what I'm saying? Like I know some people that don't try to organize nothing. They just no, I ain't say, hey, hit dog holler now. If you feel like I'm talking to you, then that's on you. I ain't saying no names. But, you know, being organized helps you be more prepared. And like today, I got a lot of stuff done today because I felt like I was organized and was able to get to practice and set this and do that. And I just feel like, you know, as high school kids and college players, you should be trying to be more organized. You got to grow up. You can't be laying up out and wasting time, bro. You can't do it. Like, you in college for so long. Once you're out of college, like, it get real, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna always be getting that check from the school. Like, what you doing with your money? Is you wasting it? Is you blowing it? What you saved? What you bought since you been in college? You in school for free. Don't come out of school with nothing. Because there's a lot of people coming out of school with a lot of grad school money, you know, student loans. Like, don't make the mistakes that my generation made, man. Don't do it. Don't make the same mistakes my generation did. Take out thousands of dollars to go to school. No, if you got a chance to go to school, you need to be going for free. If you playing football, that's why you need to be going. Nothing wrong with college, man. But you gotta know what you're gonna do with your money. You're gonna know how to pay that money back. You gotta have a plan. You gotta be prepared. All that stuff matters. You can't just be in school wasting time. And if you are, listen, stop it. Right now, I'm telling you straight up, as your coach, hey, bro, tighten up. Take a step back. Look at all the money that you get. Look at the house you're living in. Looking to see how you can make that money, flip it, invest it. You get so much money per month. Let's say they give you $2,000 a month. You save $1,000 and invest $1,000 for 3 years. By the time you get out your 5th year, that money might have tripled. That money might have quadrupled. You invested in the right stuff, but you gotta learn what to invest in. You gotta take your time. You gotta look out. You can't just be playing the game every day, bro. You can't. You did that already in high school. You can't do that no more. And if you're in high school, you need to limit that stuff too. Yeah, be a kid, have fun, play the game, but don't waste all your day on the game, bro. Unless you trying to be a professional gamer. If you're gonna be a professional gamer, then go all in. Go do that. But if you're not, you need to be putting your mind and attention to something that's gonna help you and your family out. All right? Football is a great sport. It's a great tool to use to get where you want to be in life. So if you got the skill set, you need to train your body. You need to invest in yourself. I know a lot of y'all, I had a talk with a kid, man, talking about, man, the kid been putting in so much time, so much work, grinding, all these years, and he finally got a scholarship offer. And the kid tell me, man, coach, I don't know about football. I need some money. Coach. I need to make some money. I need some money in my pocket, man. I need some money. And yeah, man, I get it, bro. You right. You come from a tough situation. You right. You live in a rough neighborhood. You right. The money makes a lot of difference, bro. But if you invest in yourself, it's not your job to take care of your parents. That's not your job. Your job is to be a high school kid and set yourself up for your life. Your parents are doing the best they can. If they're not doing that much, you got to take what they can give you and use it. Can't make excuses. I know we like to get y'all excuses how you do this. Listen, yes, we all know some people come from famished backgrounds and poverty. We all know that. The school I'm working at it's in the hood. It's rough for them guys. But now with the internet and with everything that's going on, you have all the information you need to be successful. You just have to put the work in. You just have to stick to the script. You have to be prepared. You can do it. I promise you. It's guys doing it. It's guys that man, listen. It's guys going to school for free, living a whole new life, setting themselves up for their family. You just got to stay focused. Don't chase the fast money. Don't chase it. The money ain't going nowhere. You're going to be able to earn money the rest of your life. Right now, try to invest in yourself and in your future while you can. If you can't, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, dang. I had a kid, man. I had one of my kids tell me the other day, man, coach, I'm working 3 jobs, man. I said, dang, you grinding right now. Well, imagine if you would have been able to sneak a scholarship out or just play a little harder, play a little longer, you know. You don't want to, I didn't want to work. I was working like that too, coming out of high school, coming out of college. I didn't make it to the league. I was a graduate assistant, wasn't making no money. I had to umpire, so I did all that. I was grinding too. But I was able to use that grind mentality to invest it in school and be able to go to classes and still invest in myself and take chances on myself. I took a chance. I moved to New Jersey on an internship with the NFL. By myself, hopped in the car, on the way. My pops rode with me. We came down. You know what I'm saying? I was at NFL Films by myself, kid from Tennessee. Biggest film company in the world. NFL. I got one shot. I got one shot to make it at the league, earn me a position at the NFL. I wasn't going to blow it. I almost did, though. I kind of got, you an intern, you a young kid, man. I came up here, they had me doing busy work. I was doing busy work. Logging tapes every day, not getting to edit nothing, no creativity, not even get to sit in meetings or nothing. I didn't know nothing. I wasn't learning anything but how to log tapes. That's all I was learning. And I kind of got frustrated. And I was like, man, I booked a ticket home and I was like, man, I probably ain't coming back. And I booked a ticket to go see my partner. So my partner played for the Cardinals, DRC. Dominic Rogers-Cromartie, he had a celebrity game. It was the first year of the celebrity game. And second year. It was the second year of the celebrity game. And Dominique was having a game, and everybody was coming to town. Cam Newton, Deshaun Jackson, all these different. Everybody was there. And I was working with the league, and I was walking out the office, and one of the producers, my guy Chip Swain. Shout out to Chip Swain, senior level producer, NFL Films. Real cool dude, man. He had bumped into me in the hallway, and he asked what I was doing for the weekend. And I told him I was going back home for a celebrity game. And he was like, oh, whose game is it? So I told him, DRC plays. He's like, oh, you know that guy? And I was like, yeah, we played in college together. That's my guy. What's up? And then I showed him. He pulled it up on the internet. He went back to his office. And I got an email, and he was like, hey, are those guys really going to be at that game? And I emailed him back like, yes, they will be there. And he was like, come see me in my office. So I pulled, hopped out, walked down the hall, got to Chip's office. And Chip was like, so do you think you could get us some interviews with these guys? And I was like, there it is. This my shot. This my chance. Don't fumble. Don't fumble. The ball coming in the air. Don't drop it. The hole right there. Just hit it. Same stuff you learn on the football field. Boom. Now it's time to make the play. Oh, yeah, I can definitely get you some interviews, Chip. I can make that happen for sure. He was like, are you sure? I said, yeah, give me a second. I stepped out. I called my partner, B Black. Shout out to B Black. I said, Black, look, bro. NFL want to come down and get interviews of the players. We got to make it happen. He said, man, you know I got you, little bro, whatever. Let's make it happen. Boom. Got in touch with all the players, got in touch with Black, set it up. Now I just got to make it happen. Boom, they booked my ticket. They paid me back for my ticket. I just bought my ticket to the crib. That's like $325. I wasn't making no money. Boom. I was making like $300 a week. Now $300 a week in Jersey, but hey, that's like $1,500 a month. Now rent. So I wasn't, you know, I was scrambling. But, you know, putting in the grind, you feel me? Not, you know, investing in myself. Next thing you know, get on the plane, get down there with Chip. Now we in Nashville, we back in my town, you know, Black College, Tennessee State, white guy, nice guy, Chip. You know, I got him around some, you know, places he's not really used to, but he definitely can vibe. Chip is a cool dude. And so I take Chip up to the school. I walk him around the school, show him the school. He looks around, you know, everybody getting to see everybody. And he sees that everybody's there. And he was like, all right, wow, I didn't know these guys were going to be here. I was like, yeah, Chip, whatever you want. So he's talking to a few of the guys. He's getting, you know, then so I set up the interviews in the morning. We kicked it that night, you know, kicked it. We kicked it. I got some pictures somewhere. I'm going to pull them up. Kicked it. You know, everybody had a good time, you know, hanging out with your guys in college, then hanging out with the NFL players, the friends, the family. Everybody had a good time. Boom, wake up in the morning. Interview's gonna start at 7:45. My first person I gotta wake up. Guess who we gotta wake up first? Deshaun Jackson. Now tell me if this dude was awake at 7:45 after being at the club. No, none of these dudes was awake. They was all asleep. But you know, we had a good time, man. I got him up, ended up getting some interviews. And that same weekend, the NFL Films had sent out a crew to Anquan Bolden's game, and they had a celebrity game. They sent out a crew, and they was getting interviews, and they got 4 interviews. I think it was like either 4 or 6, something like that. And they called and asked how many interviews we got, and we got like 16 interviews in one weekend. And I'm not gonna take the credit. You know what I'm saying? Like I did put it, I earned it. We made it happen as a team. You know, it was a great thing. It made me look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I made the play. You know, that's a touchdown. You feel me? 2-point conversion. You feel me? I did my thing. I scored right there. But I don't know if y'all watched the show Top 100. When it first came out, Top 100 would have a player describe, you know, why another person was it, but it would just be one player. So after that year that we got all those interviews, Top 100 switched to having multiple players talk about one guy instead of one guy talking about one guy. And I ain't trying to take the credit, but, you know, maybe that show would have never did that if they would have never got all those interviews. Because now they had a bunch of stuff and a bunch of people to ask from. And then they saw that the guys were able to articulate themselves and explain why, you know, players are so good that a top 100 show is one of the top shows on the NFL Network during the summer. That was the first show I interned on. That was my jump shot, you feel me? I mean, that's enough about me, but I'm just saying, like, make sure you're investing in yourself and you grind it, man. And it starts with preparation, and it starts with having a plan and being organized, all right? Make sure that you start to do those type of things, man. If you need any help, man, make sure you get with me. My guy Marcus, you know how Coach Marcus is. He's about to pull up how organized he is, man. That's why this thing runs so smoothly, man. Shout out to my guy, Coach Marcus, man. Look, we're going to take a break. Want to shout out the Penn Setters. Make sure we're having a great time tonight, man. Shout out to everybody at bowling, man. Appreciate y'all coming out. Make sure you get some food. Tip your bartender, man. Yeah. We back. It's your boy, Coach B. Bather, man, on the NLG Podcast, man. Watching that Monday night game right now. You got the Saints and the Chargers. Drew Brees trailing right now by 6. 2:30 left in the first quarter. I picked the Chargers in this game. I'll send out my picks later. You know, I feel like I get some good picks. I feel like I do all right every week. Last week was my first down week. I got under 10 right. But, I done hit 10 like 3 times this year. 10 in one weekend. talk about it, man. If I wasn't working for the league, I'd be making a lot of money. Believe that. Gambling. I can't do it. They make us take a test every year. Gambling policy, NFL. Every year. You can't even use your email if you don't take the test. They shut your email off. But yeah, shout out to the NFL, man. You know, appreciate y'all letting me work during the COVID. But yeah, man. So the next thing I wanted to tell y'all about, because I know I told y'all about how we got blowed out this weekend. You know, great game. Shout out to Cherokee. They gave it to us. You know what I'm saying? 35-0. Ran down on us like we stole something, boy. But you know, that just brings me to the like I've been on both sides of that. I've been on the winning side. I've been on the loser side, and I've never lost like I lost this past week. But like we taking some big L's. Delcy put 52 on us one year. Oh, they had like 30 points in the first quarter. I'm standing over there looking around. I'm like, God dang. 30 points in the first quarter as a defensive coordinator? Oh. Might get fired in the league. But nah, man, you know, we end up, they beat us what? I think they beat us 52-14 during the season. And then we had to play them again. Now, you know, me and my staff, man, we got right. We changed some things up. Got right, you know, got the kids focused. You know, we put in a good time. Ran into the boys in the playoffs, and we dogged them. Right back. Put up 40 piece on them. We ain't get 50 like they did, but shoot. We put up 40. It was like 40-12, something like that. But the blowout, it's a rough feeling for some of my guys and some kids, but I feel like everybody needs to experience that once in life. Like, I'm not saying you have to lose or be a loser, but nobody wins everything. And I want you guys to know that, you know, it's going to be tough days, bro. It's going to be days you don't feel like practice. It's going to be days you done got blowed out and everything going wrong, but you can't forget the end goal. You see what I'm saying? Like, blowouts happen, but it's really like it's a smack like to wake up. Like, look, bro. You might have to reevaluate some things. You might need to go, you know, is it the kids or is it you? You know what I'm saying? So, like, as a kid, you got to check yourself, too, and be like, look, I didn't think. That's the problem. Chilling at the crib all the time, not working out, late to practice. You know, was that me? Or maybe I don't have the skill set. Maybe, you know, they were just that much better than us. But when a team that you feel like isn't that much better than you and they whoop you, yeah, everybody got to go look in the mirror, bro, from the top to the bottom. And, you know, the real ones, they bounce back. The real ones bounce back. It might not be, like, when I say, I don't mean right, you know, everybody don't bounce right back. 2 in a row, 3 in a row. People lose 2-3 games in a row. Ask the Miami Dolphins. They just got their first win this week. Yeah, like, the Miami Heat, they was, down 2-0. They took it all the way to 6. Nobody thought they was going to make it to 6 games. Like, you got to fight at some point in life, bro. You got to really put your feet in the ground and you got to dig, bro. Straight up. I knew Jimmy Butler and them wasn't going to win when I saw the picture of him leaning over trying to catch his breath. I said, I've never seen LeBron do that. I've never seen LeBron do that. And that's when I knew it was like, oh, yeah, that's all they got, bro. But they fought, bro. They fought, and they ain't go out like no chumps, bro, and you got to respect that, bro. And when your team go out like some punks, bro, that stuff make you mad, bro, because you know that they better than what they play like. That'll make you mad as a coach, because now if you feel like you've given everything you've given and the kids just simply aren't paying attention to you or getting, that'll tick you off, because as kids, and the newer generation of kids, they got a lot of distractions. They got everything that we didn't have, like literally everything. And I'm not that much older than them. And I was around when social media first started, but it wasn't like that. That wasn't social media. That was something else, prehistoric social media. The stuff that they got access to now, ooh-wee. I don't know how some of them kids stay focused, man. I don't know how they do it, because they got so much access, and it's really hard to limit it, because like I said, the internet is everlasting. You can find out anything you want right now. You can find out anything you want. So when you got a kid that you want to, watch film and get good grades and pay attention, some kids get distracted. Some kids ain't developed. And you got to take that into consideration when you're coaching. I was reading a book today that the principal sent me at the school I just got on. And he was talking about how, most kids are dependent learners if they're not really interactive thinkers. Like if they can't read by a certain age, or if a child is doing bad reading by third grade, their statistics go down as far as success rate. So children learning to read is very important. But a lot of times, a lot of the kids in the lower level areas don't get the quality education or quality, the high quality of, care or education, because of the way they live at and the teachers that teach them. They said teaching is the only profession that they give the hardest cases to the least experienced people. They said you wouldn't give a doctor with least amount of experience the hardest triple bypass surgery. No, you want the top doctor to do the top surgery. So for the kids in the lower level education, you would want those kids to be taught by the top teachers, because those are the ones that can effectively get to the kids and teach them and lead them away. You don't want your kid being taught by somebody that, is underpaid, late, and out of, everything that, some teachers end up being at some point. So education is a very delicate field, and it's very vital for our future. And just being educated and knowing how to learn, that goes into playing football. Like if you cannot learn what you're supposed to do or learn what the other team is going to do to you, you're always a step behind. If you're always a step behind, you can never reach your full potential. You see what I'm saying? If you're always a step behind, you can never be the player that you want to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how we've done a good job of getting guys to be the best they can be, so they can have that opportunity to be in college. And just, the few kids that came up through the high school program that I work at, and the Next Level Greats program, a lot of those guys, they spent a lot of hours with us. A lot of hours, a lot of Tuesdays, a lot of Fridays, a lot of Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? A lot of training, a lot of sled pulling, a lot of running, a lot of agility, a lot of catching balls. They put in a lot of time. And being able to do that for a certain goal, that's a good trait. You want that. You want to be able to grind stuff out. You want to be able to, make stuff shake. You feel me? You can't be a quitter and getting blowed out. What you gonna do after you get hit, bro? What you gonna do when you get knocked down, bro? Ain't that what they say? What you gonna do? You gonna get up, or you gonna bow? You know what I'm saying? You gonna fall out. What you gonna do? 35 nothing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been on both sides of that. That's why it's so humbling, and so you gotta take it, and you gotta look in the mirror, bro. You gotta be like, man, now I guess I gotta turn my game back up, bro. I guess I gotta come even harder, bro. 2 state championships, nah, that don't mean nothing. Still gotta cut. These are new kids. This a new team. This ain't the same team. You know what I'm saying? Like, You gotta go. You can't expect them to do the things that the other kids did. You gotta teach them. You gotta train them just like you train those other kids. So it's time to go to work. And you know, that's just my kind of overall take on the blowout. I just wanted to share that with you guys because you know a lot of people don't talk about their failures. A lot of people just talk about how good they are and all the stuff they do good. But it's very important to recognize that failure is how you get successful. Because if you never put that step forward, then you could never fall. If you can't fall, then you can't go up because you got to step forward. It's either up or down, but you got to step. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, just wanted y'all to know. Over here telling stories. But yeah, man, shout out to Penn Setters. Shout out to the crew, Her Visions. Hold me down. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody coming out, man. You know, and make sure everybody over there bowling, man. Y'all really don't want to see me. Whenever y'all trying to bowl, let me know. Mondays is the day. Pull up. I got my ball in the car. Taking all your money. Nah, I can't say that. I ain't taking your money. I ain't taking your money. But you know, I can. Hey, we can bet some chips on it. Some barbecue wings. You owe me some. But I don't eat them wings. I don't want to talk about that right now. But make sure you're eating the right food now. Make sure you're eating the right food. That's for the next episode. All right, we'll be back though, man. Good stuff. We want to send well wishes to Dak Prescott. They should have paid that man. They should have paid him, Naja. He should have signed. That too. Who was his agent? Take the money or don't play. He shouldn't have played then. If he ain't signed, then he shouldn't have played. Because if he played, you at risk. And so if you're going to play, then you might as well take the most you can take. They did him dirty. Now he not gonna get paid like my homeboy. Mahomes, duh, come on. You didn't get the joke? Mahomes, my homeboy. You don't watch my guy Shannon Sharp. Shout out to my guy Sterling, Shannon. My guy Sterling Sharp, man. I worked with Sterling for like 4 years. Third row. Put him in the Hall of Fame ASAP. Sterling Sharp, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, Sterling Sharp. Look, I want to talk about this last thing, man. Yeah, man, so look. I had somebody ask me, Coach, how do you know when to call a player out? Like, how do you know? And I thought about the question. And I was like, that's a good question. Because usually you want to call the team out. You feel me? You don't really want to always individualize a specific problem on a team sport. You see what I'm saying? But come on, man. Nobody sucks. Everybody has to get better. We got some ruthless fans out there. Hey. But what I'm saying, you can't, if somebody sucks, you don't tell them they suck. You tell them how to get better. You don't put them in that position to suck. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what we talking about. Calling people out. When is the best time to do it? And I was saying that as a coach, you have to understand your players. I mean, that's common, right? But no, you really have to understand they whole, interception. Drew Brees threw it to my dog, Casey Hayward. Shout out to Casey Vanderbilt. Step back. Come on, Casey. Oh, touch that. Did he get in there? Oh, they called him short. Hey, Casey. Oh, he's selling out. Oh, that's not Casey. I thought who was number 24, right? I thought Casey Hay was on the Chargers. Well, he had now. Casey was 26. I'm talking stuff like it's Casey running the darn interception. It's this other dude with number 24 on. I thought it said, oh yeah, he faced fair, he showed. But yeah, back to what I was saying, man. If you're gonna call a play out, you gotta make sure you got evidence. You gotta have evidence. You gotta have tape. Tape do not lie. Always refer back to the tape, because the tape will tell you exactly what you're coaching or what you let happen. Now, if everybody's doing it right, but that one person, then that's when the coach, you kind of turn it to the player. And the player, they usually know when they messing up. They usually know when they playing bad. And if you got a good relationship with that kid, then you're able to challenge that kid in a respectful way, but also very expressive and determined type way. You know, some kids, you know, they say, you know, you can't curse at a kid or you can't be too hard on a kid. And I definitely agree that at a certain age level, I'm not yelling at these little 5-6-year-olds. I'm not doing it. But I will discipline bad behavior. I will not be mad if Johnny drops the ball, fumbles the ball. But if they over there not paying attention, playing around, acting up, oh yeah, you getting a stern talking to. But that's not what I mean when I say calling out. I mean calling out a player's game. People get very sensitive when you talk about their game, Najee. They get very sensitive. And I tell my kids, like, look, y'all can joke and play around, but don't play around with your game. Because that's when people get in fights, people get mad, people start, you know, what? Nah, you suck. Nah, you trash. Remember that time you do this? Remember that time? Listen, bro, don't talk about your boy game, and that's your teammate. But as a coach, you got to be able to address poor play. And it's got to be expressed in a way that they know that, hey, they on the line, bro. You don't get this fixed, bro, I'm moving on. And you only got 1 year left. You only got 4 games left. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be able to stress the importance of getting better quickly, especially during the season. Off season, you know, that's when you really put your work in. But in season is where you gotta fine tune and make sure that every piece of you is at tip top performance, so you can perform when it's time to perform. Because nagging injuries and things like that, they limit your performance. You only get so many games. If you don't make no plays in the games that you get, then when it's time to look for, you know, some success, college or coaching wise, if you're not winning no games and you're trying to advance as a coach, like, things start to get a little serious. So it's very important that you can address situations the right way. And then as players, it's very important that we as players, we got to be able to take it. Got to be able to take it, bro. You can't, what my coach say, quit leaking your feelings, boss. Shout out to Coach Ingram. Do not leak. Ain't no leaking your feelings, bro. It's football, bro. It's not personal. It's business. The business is winning. Because when you win, you get more opportunities. You get bigger chances. You get a little more exposure. You get the chance to do things that winners do. You see what I'm saying? So, not being able to Not if you can't handle a little stern talking to or a curse out or a coach blowing up on you. If you can't handle that from me, wait till you get up to college with them. Especially if you're a black kid and them white coaches, and they cursing you out, and you can't handle me. Wait till you hear what. All right, it's different. It's different coming from them. Us being, if you're a black player coming from the hood and you never been around white coaches, sometimes that's where the culture has to come in. That coach has to develop a culture to where he can express himself to that kid without seeming like he's his master or he's his boss. You see what I'm saying? The best coaches, they develop a partnership with their players. Like, you help me, I help you. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Oh, you want new dorms? Boom, got you some new dorms. But only way y'all get new dorms is if y'all win 7 games. 7 games gets us to a bowl game. 6 games gets us to a bowl game. Now we got more money. Now you can, now y'all want more iPads? All right, go some new iPads. That's what the good coaches do. They reward their players, but they also get the best out of them. You see what I'm saying? Without making it seeming like they working for them. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to seem like you working. I mean, yeah, a lot of people have that debate about, football and the slave masters and this, that, People have that debate. I'm saying that's not what it is. Listen, man, we talk about everything for real over here. So I'm not. That's the problem. We need to be able to talk about these things without being ashamed and being able to hear each other out. We can't talk about it if nobody talks about it, respectfully. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The best coaches can do that. They can make it seem like they love their guys, because a lot of the good coaches do. They really do care, especially in the college coaches. But then there's a lot of coaches that, just doing it to they just, I don't know, man. Cause me being a new coach, I gotta kind of be careful what I say about other coaches. But really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can only my guys that I do my networking and the coaches they know me. They know the type of player I am, the type of coach I am, and what I can be. One day, one of them gonna put me on. Marcus, right here. Dang, Coach, where you at, Coach? All right, we here. We about to, it's 9:30. Pull up. I mean, I just been talking, man, hosting the show. We got a nice little crowd. I've been holding it down. All right, I tell him, bro. But yeah, man, back to what I was saying, man, before I was rudely interrupted by my co-host. The best coaches know how to call it and get the best out of a player, man. That's the definition of coaching. Being able to teach and get the best effort, best skill, best everything out of a kid. You want to squeeze all his potential energy off into his years and see him grow and become a better player. But that's what true coaches do. They develop guys. And that's why we do it over here at Next Level Greats, man. We like developing our guys. We like seeing the growth. We like taking the kid that doesn't know he has all the ability and the skill set, and boom, showing them a way, showing them a road. Like watching those guys develop, man, watching like Shamir, Muheem, all my guys that I've seen grow into quality athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of them, man. A lot of them dudes. JC, went from quarterback to corner. Now he's a D1 corner. You got my guy Omar. I watched Omar hold it down for the past 4 years, just getting better and better. Like just watching these dudes develop and being able to guide them on their path, man. That's why we do this, man. Like just the high school guys I had too, man. Just the coaching in high school, you get to see. You really get to see the development because you see it over time. And then what we do, we film everything. So we got footage of everything. I got so much high school footage of them kids just growing and getting better and getting better. Like you can literally see the development. I can show you the development. I don't have to talk about it. I can just show it to you. Like that's a good thing. Like that's what the best coaches do. And I challenge all my coaches and all my players. Like man, let somebody build you up, man. It take time. It take time to carve that body up. It take time to get strong, but you got to put in the work. Shout out to my guy Pope. He got them boys. I'm watching them. He building them up every day, working on their strength, their speed, their hands. Pope NLG Parent of the Day. I be watching. I'm like, man, them boys is just getting bigger and bigger. But yeah, man, you got to put in the time, man. You got to invest in yourself, and you got to believe that your investment will pay off. Because if you do it the right way, you get the right people around you. It's just like following the blueprint. Just stick to the script. We got the script, bruh. We got it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop a piece of the script next week. I'm gonna charge y'all for it, man. I'm gonna post it one time. I'll give you the script. If you stick to the script, you'll get to the crib. When I say crib, I mean college crib. Shout out to college crib, TSU. What it do? Look, man, Marcus about to pull up, man. We're going to ask some questions, then we're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to Penn Sellers holding us down. This your boy, Coach B. Ballard. We'll be back. Testing, 1, 2.
I see her Adderley, Philly's finest product. You didn't even know that, did you? The boy that play on the Chargers, he from Philly's finest.
Oh, I ain't know.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Nasir Adderley.
Philly Finest 707?
Yep. That's when they had them dogs. Remember we couldn't beat them? They had Swift. They had DeAndre Swift and all them.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think they beat us since.
Shout out to Philly Finest. Shout out to Philly Finest. They be holding it down in Philly. They be deep, too. The boy I seen Swift, he dropped the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, his first game,
First
right?
week.
First year.
I was sick. They would have won the game. But no, man, my guy Marcus finally pulls up. Finally makes it. Everybody's got to go home for, school, asynchronous learning. But yeah, what's up, man? What you been doing?
What's up, man? Just working, I had to get some lineman training, man. That's what I'm doing. We got our line. Listen, we're going to be talking about our line for a while, man. Not right now because they're young. But this time next year, everybody's going to be like, yo,
shout out to Coach Malik.
How the hell did your line get so good?
Shout out to Malik Brown.
We got to keep working, man.
Beast up you. But nah, man, so earlier I wanted you to talk about, hey, man, you over there moving the mic, bruh, dang.
I messed it up?
Nah, you good. But what I wanted you to touch on was, people being testing. You can hear me now? We good? We sound a little better? Felt like we was a little. You heard that shit?
Whoa.
Hey, man, so look, tell us how you got so organized, man. Give us the tips on being prepared and organized. That's what we were talking about earlier.
It's actually funny. I'm not very organized. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I'm an engineer full time, so engineers work by thousandths of a decimal. And if a thousandth of a decimal is off, it throws off their whole equilibrium. So when I do things, I have like a process, and I play it over and over in my head. And as we started to have more and more processes, I would write them down. But for the most part, A lot of it started out in my head. Like, for example, here's a really good example, right? If you're gonna pack to go on a trip, what do? Visually, you dress yourself, right? How am I gonna get dressed? Do I have underwear? Do I have a t-shirt? Do I have an actual shirt I'm gonna wear? Do I have pants? Do I have socks? Do I have shoes? Do I have deodorant? Can I brush my teeth? Do I comb my hair? Like, when you're packing, that's what you do, right? So I have these processes in my head. Say, for example, we have a tournament. I try to visualize how is the tournament going to work. You start from leaving home. So if we're leaving New Jersey, how are we going to get to where we're going? Are we going to ride in vans? Are we going to ride in buses? Are we going to ride in cars? Are parents going to carpool? Are we going to take a train? There's a million different ways you can get there. Once we figure out how we're going to get there, where are we going to stay? Right? Are we going to stay in a Marriott? Are we going to stay in a Days Inn? Shout out to Marriott. We stayed in all Marriotts last year. I think somebody needs to sponsor us from Marriott. I just throwing it out there.
Marriott, what it do? We be there every time.
So once we figure out what hotel we're going to stay in, what happens once we get to the hotel? We check in, we have downtime, the kids have to eat. So every hotel that we go to, I try to communicate. What group meals do you have? Most of the time, they're going to knock you over the head, and we end up not going through the hotel, and we're on our own. But when we wake up the next morning, we usually have a team breakfast, right? So all of that is planned in my head. Then you go to the tournament.
In his head.
When you're hosting the tournament, what's the very first thing that has to happen?
Check in.
People have to walk into the gate. They got to check in for the event. Once they check into the event, what do they have? They have to have their roster. They have to have their proof of identification. Now in 2021, they're going to have their COVID protocol.
Ooh.
Everybody's going to have COVID protocol. So once you check in, what is next? Then you start warming up. You start playing games. And you just repeat the process. What does it take in order for the games to take place? You have to have referees. You have to have a field. So we have to figure out what field we're going to be using for the tournament.
Right.
Any sponsorships that are local. So we rarely take advantage of that because we're not local. So we're not like if it's pin setters and they're trying to sponsor a bunch of kids from Florida, that doesn't really make much sense because the kids from Florida ain't coming back to bowl at pin setters. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you look at what is
maybe we could have the annual 7-on-7 kickoff at pin setters. Have all the teams have the initiation or the first day of the tournament. Your first day, you got to come check in at pin setters Thursday night, Friday night.
We could work on that.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Everybody show up, all the teams show up.
But
we could announce to everybody everything.
But if we're not hosting a tournament, when do we typically travel?
Thursdays and Fridays.
And Fridays. So if we drive on Friday night, we can't come to pin setters. You know what I mean?
Or we just have it Saturday
night after day one. I like that better.
Introduce everybody, shout everybody out.
I like that better. Don't
be stealing our ideas, man.
So you have a location, you have a field. Now you have to have security so people don't get out of hand. You have to have referees. You have to have more than enough referees. Do you remember the year we were at Virginia Beach and dudes didn't show up?
And I had the referee.
You was reffing, John started reffing, and we were still short 2 refs. So every time you have an event, you got to make sure you have enough refs. What makes us different than everybody else is we have the best refs. Everybody doesn't like our refs because they hold them accountable. They're making calls. Everybody always says they got one specific ref in our crew that they hate. Sometimes it's Brandon Handy.
B. Handy, the most hated ref in South Jersey.
Sometimes it's Jason.
Somebody goes trip that guy on the sideline.
Somebody, right?
Nah,
but
shout out to
the reason they dislike our ref because our refs go with us everywhere that we go. So when we go to Alabama, when we go to Missouri, when we go to Florida, when we're in Charlotte, when we're in Myrtle Beach, we have the same refs everywhere that we go. By paying to have really good refs, it makes the quality of the event that much better.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. So outside of the refs, you want to have legit field managers, people that can handle the score.
They know the game. Yeah.
Every single game is going to be a questionable score. So you want people that can manage the flow of the teams, are the right teams where they need to go. You want to be able to manage the scores getting into the apps so that people can follow along. And then on top of that, along with the trips, are you going to visit any colleges?
Ooh.
So partnering with different colleges that are either
how does that work?
You pick up the phone and you say, hey, XYZ University, I want to come and visit. They're going to say, well, who are you? Well,
some scrubs. Y'all some scrubs? NLG?
Well, we used to have scrubs. Now we got some pretty good players, and actually we've never had scrubs.
Yeah, man, hold up, man.
We've never even when we didn't win, we never had scrubs.
They never. See, you sound like you can't call them scrubs.
They've never been
scrubs.
scrubs.
They got a lot.
We had to
to get better.
We had to perfect our system. So you call up a college. You say, hey, I'm XYZ coach. I'm from New Jersey. We have this player. The first thing they're going to say is, who have you sent to college in the past?
Well.
So once you go through the list, and we went over it last time, or you could just start naming a couple guys.
Tyree.
They're going to say, oh, I remember that kid.
Kelvin.
All right, cool. Send me your current list. Before they ever agree to the visit, they say, send me your current list. Then they'll say, hey, these 7 guys out of your 100 we really want to see. All right, cool, but you can't get the 7 if you don't invite the 100.
You got to bring everybody.
You got to bring everybody. And a lot of colleges will say, oh, well, we're good. And then 6 months later, yo, man, how come we're not in it with this player? Because you wouldn't let him come visit.
Didn't let him
come we wanted him to visit, but we didn't want his little cousin to visit. Well, did you really want him to visit? So once we send them our list, we tell them that we want to bring everybody. The guys that do it right, they bring everybody. Eventually, obviously, of course, they're going to pull kids aside that they're really recruiting. But the thing that I love is it opens up the perspective. It opens up the young players' minds. I remember the first major trip that we took was to the University of South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that trip?
It's on Instagram.
Actually, I don't think you were there.
It's on Instagram. Oh, the first trip.
The first
I
trip.
The one.
I don't think you were there.
You didn't see the episode. Then I posted the picture of you and Laura with the ball
Steve
coach.
Spurrier. Yeah. All right. So the guy.
See that now?
So look. So this is
the episode.
I know, man. Look,
I just dropped today. Right.
I've been
before
moving since 7 a.m. So the guys that do it right, we sent. Shout out to G.A. Mangus, by the way, too. He's coaching in the XFL. He's one of the guys that helped us shape the way we do our recruiting.
Mangus in the XFL? I need to holler at him.
Yeah, he's an offensive coordinator. So we send him the list. He goes, Marcus, all right, these guys are rising seniors. They're studs. We got them. These rising juniors, who do you think is under the radar? Who do you think is going to have a big year and is going to end up getting recruited? So we go through that list. And then he says, hey, of these 8th and 9th graders, who do you already see flashes that they're going to become college players? And I remember this trip to the T. We get off the bus. He walks up to Kyle Dobbins, and he says,
Kyle.
He says, hey, Kyle, how you doing? Shakes his hand. Kyle looks like, yo, why does this guy know who I am? Right? But the big guys, they look for those guys that are going to be blowing up a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Remember, South Carolina was Caesar's first offer. I don't know if you knew that.
I knew that.
So like,
and then North Carolina offered them.
Yep.
The same summer.
And then, so that's how the big guys kind of recruit. And we try to tailor those trips in conjunction when we're taking trips for 7-on-7. So what could be a 2-day trip turns into a 4-day trip. But then when you leave, the college will tell this player, all right, to become a player at our university, you have to have XYZ GPA. You have to have this kind of production on the field. You have to have this kind of community service.
And that's the blueprint. Man, we was talking about the blueprint.
And so once you do that, what happens is.
So you just listen to what they say, right?
I just listen to what they say. That's it.
So the coach will tell you what you need.
The coach tells us every time.
And all the kid has to do is do it.
All the kid has to do is do it.
He like give touchdowns? Like, hey, I need 12 touchdowns this year.
He'll say, let's say it's a sophomore running back right now in South Jersey. He'll say, I really need to see about 800 yards from this player. Of the 800, 4 or 5 of them, he needs to break away for greater than 50 yards. And at least 12 times, he's got to run through a tackler. So if he can show that he can separate and he can show that he can run through and run away, that's all they need to see. Remember, Iverson got recruited for the SEC. He had 624
he was
yards.
A sophomore, I remember.
Yeah, 624 yards.
That's it. Valley. He was balling that year, too. But... So the kid can just take that list, and then next time when we go back to Florida, he could just say, hey, coach, here go my stats. You say you was going to offer me if I get this?
But not always, because it's not – very rarely is it based off of stats alone. It's how it looks.
Yeah.
So, like, here's an example. Here's a real life example. The kid's not in our program, so I don't want to use his name, but he and anybody that's listening, they kind of know. In my opinion, even though the kid's not in our program, I've told colleges, this is a kid that you need to recruit because once he gets on the scene, he's going to blow up. He's a heck of a player. He's a state champion in track, and he's probably going to be a big skill position, meaning he's going to have his hand in the dirt or play linebacker, right? He's at a Group 1 school. So if you're dominating a Group 1 school, that's kind of expected. You're above average player. You're at a Group 1 school. Well, this week they play a Group 5 school. Group 5 has some major players. X. Coleman, Tyler Davis, Keon Sabb. A lot of those schools, they're Group 5. Why is that important? Because those Group 5 schools are pulling from 150 kids to come up with their best kids. So if he dominates the Group 5 school the same way he's dominating Group 1, now people's eyes light up and say, whoa, right?
Right.
So
just
that,
like, you know,
that year that Iverson blew up, and I don't want to say any names because he's one of our alumni and he's probably going to go to the NFL. Iverson ran through a kid, stiff-armed him, and the kid ended up doing a backflip. That kid ended up playing Division 1A football. So when
Iverson did or the other kid?
I'm talking about the other kid he ran through.
Oh, okay.
So when you do that and they start to recognize the competition that you're playing against, now it starts to matter a little bit for what it looks like. Does that make sense?
Yep. So then, like I said, all that ties into, you know, having your blueprint, man. If you can get organized and get prepared and focus for about 3 to 4 years, from about age 12 to like 17, you can set yourself up for, you know, free college. You feel me?
Want me to keep going?
I mean, I'm good. No. I just flash back to, you know, when when we first started training, we was just back there, and now all them kids some of them graduated already, but you know, they all got to go to college. They playing football.
The one thing that cannot be undervalued is the iterative process of the process. And what I mean by that is you have to show improvement every stage of the way. So if you come in as a sophomore and you're running a 4.57, but you have 12 catches as a 10th grader, you go to camp, you run a laser 4.57, you're automatically on the radar. Some people would say, well, how does he get on the radar from 12 catches? Well, he's a sophomore. We don't know who's in front of him. Maybe there's a dog in front of him. Maybe it's a kid that's going to go play college.
Right.
But what do you do your junior year? If you go from 12 catches to 15 catches, that ain't really saying much. He's probably just not that good. He's probably playing weak competition. He's not getting any targets, so on and so forth. But if you go from 12 catches to 38 catches as an 11th grader, and then you go back to their camp and you show up on campus and you go from a 4.57 to a 4.51, now you're trending this way. And that's enough for the colleges to say he's on the upward trend. He hasn't reached his peak.
His best
football still ahead of him,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times you get kids that their sophomore year, they rush for 2,000 yards, they catch for 1,600 yards, they're running a 4.49. Their junior year, they're rushing for 900 yards, they run a 4.6 flat, and they just say, I just had a bad day. Well, you're trending this way, and there's too much uncertainty for that college coach to go ahead and pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Don't miss your window.
Uncertainty gets you fired.
Don't miss your window. You gotta constantly get better. If you don't, Naja, look, you're gonna be on the bench, dog. You're gonna be on the bench. And what they always say, everybody's replaceable.
Everybody's replaceable.
It's always somebody else we're gonna go
Every
get.
single person is replaceable.
Hey, put in the time and you'll be fine. We got enough battery. It's about to die. We about to wrap it up, man. As you know, we appreciate y'all coming out today. My guy Marcus finally got to make it. You know, he was on time but late. We want y'all to make sure you check out the tryout. Make sure you go sign up and register for the tryout. The date is in there. The time, the place, everything where you need to be at. I told you. Bring your A game. We ain't playing, man. We got a championship to defend. We got a championship to defend. You see what I'm saying? Like, try and go hard this spring, man. If you got anything in the questions, reach out on the NLG page, NLG_2020. Hit up Coach Marcus or Coach Me. Coach B, right? Coach B Bather, man. Make sure y'all hit me up. Appreciate y'all coming out, man. NLG Podcast episode 2. What it do? We out of this thing, man. That's a wrap. Shut it down. Find out one thing, I know two things, 3 baby. We can really, really help each other both go. 'Cause I've been searching for me. They was laughing, they was hating, they ain't wanna see us grow. Out of one thing, 2 things, 3 things, baby. We can really, really help each other both grow. We can really, really help each other both grow. Think life goes down, people give up and give up on you. People give up and give up on you. What you gonna do? When it falls.